The third generation of review technology represents a major leap forward in viewport display, helping take the guesswork out of final renders. Starting with the new menu, we have replaced the original right-click menu by 3 new buttons on the left top corner of your view that are clickable and highlight when the mouse moves over. We have basically split the original menu into 3 different sections. The plus sign is a miscellaneous item where you can find options to display statistic, grid, minimized, select camera, and display steering wheel and view cube, along with general configuration. Under this menu, you will be able to toggle between your active viewports. Depending on your viewport configuration, you will have the choice of different view to be active. We have corrected the fact that from this full shaded view, now if you toggle between your top, front, perspective, and different camera view, it will now keep the shaded mode that is currently selected, whereas traditionally it was using the shading mode set per view. The second one is your point of view, where you can toggle between cameras, light view, and general top, front, back perspective. You also have option to display schematic view, track view, scene explorer, and so on. The last button is your shading options, where you will find options such as hidden line, smooth and highlight, wireframe, edge faces. It is also under this button that you will find all the new features for review, including hardware shading, enable soft shadow, exposure control, and ambient occlusion. You will also find in this menu the X-View tools and option to display your viewport backgrounds. The typical workflow for hardware shading is the following. You will have to choose if you want to eliminate the scene with default or scene lights. Then, enable hardware shading options. From there, you can enable the feature of your choice. We are now supporting the exposure control and we'll turn it on first. Before, when turning the hardware shading mode with the use of photometric light, we used to have a really dark or overly bright scene because exposure control was not supported. But now we are supporting it and we have a really realistic look in the viewport that will be really similar to a render view. If you open the environment and effect window, you now have the choice of logarithmic, mental ray photometric, and pseudo-color exposure control that are now supported. Let's put it to mental ray photometric exposure control. Now photometric light are passed through the exposure control in the viewport, just like a normal software rendering for more accurate preview. While adjusting your exposure control in the environment window, you will also see the result directly in the viewport. Now if we turn the enable shadow on, we now have the choice to have soft or hard shadow displaying in the viewport. You can change the type of shadow that is being displayed and the intensity of it by going to the viewport configuration window. Going to a different view, I can clearly see the difference between soft and hard shadow being cast by my daylight system. In addition, the renderable property in the Layer Manager can now be used as feature to create light banks and toggle groups of light in the viewport quickly. Here, I can turn the lighting on the side of the building off or on, or turn the inside light off. The ease of turning certain light on or off will help me to adjust the light in the viewport, as I can isolate each group of light, see the attenuation live, the shadow, the intensity, and even the effect of any IES file loaded in my scene. I can even turn the daylight system temporarily off and focus only on artificial lighting. Let's turn the ambient occlusion last. You can adjust the sample radius of your ambient occlusion by going to the viewport configuration, where you can play with the quality and sample radius. With the ambient occlusion turned on, it will be easier for you to see the subtlety of your scene, especially if you have curve, holes, bump, and displacements. Focusing on the daylight system, when playing with the time of the day, I can see my sun moving. My sky being affected by the time of the day take a different color tone. I could see my sun disk and really understand how the light is affecting my scene and where my shadows are falling. It is important to know that you can customize these three viewport menus by going to the top menu, Customize, Customize User Interface. You will need to find the viewport label menu bar and drag and drop any additional feature you want to see in these menus. Finally, let's have a look at both old and new viewport side by side. In the left side, the old viewport from 3ds Max Design 2009 overblasted with no tone mapping. And in the right side, our new third generation review in 3ds Max Design 2010. Realistic looking with soft shadow, exposure control, and ambient occlusion. Viewport now gives you live feedback like never before. No more need to guess the look of your final render.